Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. His name is Mike Brenner. My name is Peter Loshak. We are in college football week 4 right now. It's Wednesday. We are talking with Jeff from BMOCWins.com. We're going to analyze Army and Buffalo. And Army apparently last week was Jeff's biggest play in 2 years or something like that. Had a huge call on Army. He texted you about it.
I can put it right here, and I'm embarrassed I didn't react on it. My God, I'm stupid.
Jeff from BMOCWins.com obviously has a great read on Army right now, and he will give us his opinion on this next game against Buffalo. There has been some line movement. It opened about 15.5. Now it's down to 13.5 or 14, which is kind of curious. I'm guessing that was, it's hard to imagine that big public action came in on Buffalo, considering Buffalo's 0-2 against the spread, Army 3-0 against the spread, and off of a huge win. The offense is really, really clicking so far, but there has been line moves. So now it's down to 13.5 or 14, and these last two times these two teams played, the total went way into the 80s. This total is relatively low at 51. Maybe the total's dead on. Maybe we see a 37-14 type game. I don't know. I'm guessing that if Jeff liked them last week so much, he'll probably like them again this week. What do you think, Mike?
Well, we forgot to mention one other thing about this game, and I can't believe it. It's the biggest factor, and I'm sure Jeff will say the same thing. And first of all, hats off to him. Big man breaks down a game. I love his style. I love it. I just love his confidence. All right, I forgot last week when he told me to jump on Army, all right, and I had another presenter told me to go the other way. All right, there was a huge emotional factor in that game that could have swung one way or the other. One of the best players was killed, okay? They dedicated that team. They went on the road, all right, and some teams are going to cave under that. Some are going to thrive. They absolutely thrived. I think the line movement is because now the books are saying, wait a minute, maybe they left everything on the table. Maybe they will overlook Buffalo.
Right.
Maybe there's nothing left in the tank.
Well, that line movement isn't because of the books. It's because of betting action.
Well, of course that, but maybe the emotional swing. People are saying, wait a minute, because Pete, that's tough to back up. It's like a pitcher that throws a no-hitter. How many pitchers go out after a no-no and get their asses handed to them? But I can't wait to hear what Big Man has to say, because if he recommends Army, I'm not missing this bus.
Jeff from BMOCWins.com. The line is now 14. A few places have 13.5. What do you like here?
I'm on Army again in this spot, Peter. I like them just as much here. You got to remember, the funeral for Brandon Jackson was Monday. Several quotes from some of the captains. They're going to play the rest of the year for this kid. One thing that was huge for me last week in this game was, if this was any other football team, I would not have been on the game. Peter, last year I mentioned to you brotherhood with the military schools. When a comrade dies, they get behind that and they play their hearts out for these guys, whether it's on the football field or off. You look at this Buffalo team. I mean, this team lost to Nevada last week, 38-14. They give up 352 yards on the ground. Now they're facing the second best rush team in the country in Army. Army, by the way, guys, is a pretty good football team. This team is dominated. They're 3-0 against the spread to open the season. And what bad can you say about them? They don't kill themselves with penalties, which is one great thing I love about military schools. They're balanced, they're motivated, and they don't kill themselves with penalties. They've also have not turned the ball over, guys, this year. They have 0 turnovers, +7 turnover margin, and again, 31 penalty yards per game, good for 7th in the country. They only allowed 92 yards last week to a UTEP team. That is a pretty damn good running back in Aaron Jones. I just don't see where Buffalo is going to score for points here. I mean, they have a redshirt freshman quarterback who struggled this year, completing just 45% of his passes. And look, again, the emotion factor is huge here. I just don't see a situation where Buffalo's competitive in this game. I look at it again.
Yeah, when I was researching this game, my big question is exactly how bad is Buffalo really? That's the big question for me. And in your opinion, they're bad enough to justify a double-digit road
Probably as bad as some Buffalo Bills, too. Jesus, God.
I mean, they lost to Albany, by the way.
I'll tell you what. Here it is, big man. I'm putting this out there. I'm putting it out on the camera. All right. I'm not missing it this time. All right. I don't have room for an official pick, but guess what I got room for? I'm gonna place a wager on this, and I'm gonna do it for the amount of the flight. All right, you're in Atlanta, am I right?
I'm in Philadelphia.
You're in Philadelphia. Jeez, how did I forget that? Holy cow. All right, you're in Philly. I will find a round-trip flight from Philadelphia to Costa Rica. I'm going to bet the amount on this Army game. When that cashes, because I feel like it's going to cash, I'm going to fly you down. We're going to do a show in the studio. I'm not bullshitting you, Dennis, I'll tell you.
I believe you will, Mike Brennan. I want to point 2 more things out. 42 new players for the Buffalo Bulls this year. They're in total rebuild mode. Army has won every game this year by 15 or more points. You got to get on this game. Army is a good football team. They're going to cover a lot of spreads. Peter, like Navy did last year. I had them a lot last year. Army's going to be my military school to back this year.
All right.
Hey, listen, I got to jump in one more time because, big man, I'm not kidding you. When I do this, I'm dead serious. I want you to think about it. You can fly down when you want. We can do a show over the weekend. If you need a break towards bowl season, we're going to do it. But remember this, what you could do me a favor in return, you let all of your clients, and I know you got a bunch, you let them know if they're going to open up a new account, do it off our bonus page through one of our books at SBR, okay, and sign up through SBR, and we can all keep doing this for free and giving out this free information because it's damn
I will
good.
indeed. I'm gonna definitely. I have my own podcast. I'm definitely gonna get that around, and I love what you guys do there. You guys really do some good stuff at SBR Forum.
All right. Hopefully we'll all catch with Army this week.
Doing
Thanks
it.
so much, Jeff.
Yep. He's
Thank
coming
you,
down to
brother.
Costa Rica.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SBR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.